Try and take them down with the bomb on escape and flash out toward Library. He's well positioned. Great round to Dren. Finds the hat trick, keeps both alive, and it's their first.
Really wasn't looking good there at all. The FaZe, they lose the opening pick, courtesy of Simple. It's all at the start of the round towards top and middle. At that point as well, they're losing players left and right. They have no banana control. Olofmeister picks up the AWP, and he pointed out a nice job from him to deny the double kill. That allows a Dren to at least explore towards the pit area. Up against Electronic there, hits the all-important shot and follows it up with 2 more as well. Fantastic stuff, and FaZe are on the board. But maybe Na'Vi can answer back. They have Force Ball here with 1 AUG, a UMP, and 3 pistols. Very basic utility. It's not looking too good for them at the start of the round, but what can they make of it?
Deagle top mid. Flaming the only gun carried over, so the Deagle certainly from Simple can find shots, but FaZe so individually skilled, they're not going to give it away easily. They all know those situations. They all know how Simple plays. They're familiar with him. Certainly Guardian is. Dren as well from the CIS region. Push down. Flamey finds one, but it's all off and Guardian to trade it off immediately. Both of these teams have had struggles. Both of these teams are capable of the top 4, capable of winning the whole event, let's be honest, but it can only be one between them, quite literally between this game, but also in that they are sort of the 2 outliers, the 2 that have been inconsistent of the top teams.
Yeah, you just look at the last game of the previous stage 4, FaZe against Complexity. Sure, it's a win, that's all that really matters, but it was not a clean one. That's a team you'd expect them to ravish, and they style on them almost, but they were on the ropes a few times there. So definitely kind of trying to find their form and how this team's going to play. As we head towards B, it will be Olofmeister. He checks to know exactly where Edward is. Finds the headshot. That's the B side open. A decent attempt from Na'Vi. They flashed over towards B and tried to trade out some kills. They've gone for 1 though, and it's just going to be Simple left in a 1 versus 4. They know exactly where he is. And Guardian, as we mentioned, very good on the team side of Inferno. He finds his 2nd frag of the round.
And what a rivalry this off battle will be.
Yes.
At a major in the Spodek, Katowice. Guardian, the man who left Na'Vi for issues perhaps playing around Simple, who wanted to take over that primary op from him, who kept purchasing it in rounds when Guardian was already holding the weapon, and it made things awkward. Now he gets to go directly against him. This is a grudge match between the 2.
Na'Vi will have to wait though. Fleeko here and a 5-man B stack coming through. They have 1 flashbang. This will be a little setup. They'll wait to see if it's a B rush. If it is, great, they'll fight it. If they get nothing at the start though, flash over, challenge with maybe 3 or 4 players and see if they can find an AK-47. You're probably not going to win this round unless FaZe do actually rush into the B site. But if you can steal away an AK and save that, that's at least something.
Top side of the wall already held too, so even if they want to go deep utility again, there's going to be issues. And then stack spotted. Olaf knows it, shooting gallery, and Guardian, 4th kill.
That's the sort of round that gets everyone fired up. It might seem like, yeah, it's only against pistols and no armor. The fact it's such a clean sequence, it gets everyone in the mood. It gets them fired up, ready to go. As Na'Vi now still clutching at straws financially. Electronics already bursted into the round. They got nothing out of the previous. They cannot afford an AWP yet. They can barely afford 5 rifles. We'll see what the overall complexion of the round looks like towards the end after purchasing here. Zeus might want to drop down to an SMG and get all the utility. They have 4 smokes, some HEs and flashbangs, no incendiaries, no kits. That is a massive deal on Inferno. It's all about locking the teams out and trying to segregate them as they commit. And you just don't have the incendiaries to really do that right now. FaZe with a huge upper hand here in round number 6.
Simple plays ledge. Quick drop. Guardian still holds out in front. It's flashed in toward the top side of the mid. Spawns a shoulder as well. Already falling off that angle. He's still going to commit to the position, but it's not quite as catchy, if you will. It's not going to catch anyone off in terms of being out of the crosshair placement. Electronic has to hold the door.
This is the danger man right here. A Dren. We've seen what he's capable of towards the apartments. He's managed to get himself right to the end. He will stay there now, presumably, and wait for his teammates to commit towards B. I'm not sure that's exactly where the Molotov to go, but still, it shows presence. And Electronic reacting to it. Starting to fall back now. This will be a B finish from what we can see right now. You can see they've got the banana control. The bomb's at the bottom there, and they're setting Nico up. Potential Molotov towards Emo. But for now, just exploring their options. They know they're pretty safe to actually take these picks because the money's low for Na'Vi. They don't necessarily have the orb. As they feel comfortable at B now, starting just to fall back. Some grenades, flashbangs, make sure there's no information available for the CTs whatsoever.
Guardian nearly got one already. Edward does well to get away. They're going to back off in the site, set a crossfire. Meanwhile, over at B, Trent's got Simple. That's not a B. I was going to mention the fact that they're still hunting with Olaf alone, and they'll bring the bomb back his direction, but it's a Dren that comes filtering out of apartments. That leads them elsewhere, and Rain's doing enough. He'll stay. He'll cut off rotation. Second one down. This should be a round. It's all on Zeus, and Zeus has yet to find a kill in this game. Time to find one now. He's got Guardian down. 8 seconds. Time is the problem. Rain sneaks in. Oh, they just got it down on time. 2 seconds left. Rain sneaks in and spots it. Now they know where he is, but likewise, Zeus is completely locked off inside of Ruins. He's got to look both directions, and he's already considering the possibility that they'll wrap around. Burrow in toward the sandbags is the only option to not have a player at your back. He's gone down. Electronic gets one, but that's going to be the round. He's got it back out of it, so only one kill for Electronic. Zeus does what he can. It's now FaZe extending the lead. 4 on the T side. Remember, they picked this. This was not expected pre-match that they would pick Inferno against Na'Vi, and they have, and they're showing why.
That's unfortunate for Zeus there. With 10 seconds remaining, maybe the one kill is enough there. I think if you're going to win the round, though, he really had to commit to that. He just swing out and just cause chaos, and hopefully steal another frag away. Maybe too passive, let the plant, and it will be FaZe picking up a very clean round there. We kind of broke it down as it was developing. The fact they got the B control at the start of the round, CT's no information there. They go back towards middle, push them back towards the A side. Dren gets a kill in the apartments. They go for a late execution towards B, hit the shots required, and trade out with Zeus. And when the bomb goes down, all bets are off. Remember, Na'Vi didn't have the utility or the defuse kits to even challenge a retake there. Yes, to make an inexpensive round, but ultimately they're going to be eco here as it goes 4-2 in favor of FaZe on the T side of Inferno here. Electronic save the AK-47, should yield a partial buy around it, certainly not a force. Deagles and CZs will be coming out. And we're not seeing much interaction from Kane on that side. You see Yanko getting stuck in, making sure no mistakes are made here, and they can guarantee themselves this round. Understanding the tendencies of Electronic, where he's liking to push, you should see a very slow default here from FaZe, just waiting to see any sort of aggro at the start.
Get it in now. First time out gone for each side. Back into it immediately. FaZe in the lead. Electronic, the only gun, carried over the AK-47. Be interesting to see. A lot of players still picking up the AK, a lot willing to stay with the AUG in those situations.
Absolutely. Certainly some different ideas from team to team. Flamey takes a lot of damage at the start of the round there, as the grenades and Molotovs made their way towards the top of B. CTs, like we said, didn't force them to get maximum loss bonus in the next round, so they can justify going down to, I would say, about 2K. On the CT side, it's a little bit daunting going down to 1,200, but we'll see if they can cause any sort of damage here. It's going to be 4 players stacked towards B again. It's the second time Na'Vi have tried this approach, and will this be more successful this time? They smoked the bottom, and unfortunately, FaZe have already got CT spawn, so they're going to catch these players in transition if they do rotate. Either way, Rain, all that was his, didn't actually do any damage at all there. A simple retreat on 100, but now down to 46.
Guardian opens it up on the MVP, though, and Olaf was waiting the whole time. Bottom side of middle, he gets one.
That's your cue now, go to work.
Yeah, absolutely. You found the AK. Electronic gets at least a kill. That'll keep him alive. Simple. He didn't realize, fully gray screened, as you often are in those smokes. Didn't realize he was actually protruding through.
That's Nika getting the bomb down. You can see his teammates already established in library / CT spawns. Go for a nice open plant here. Make sure there's no chance of the CT stealing this one away. And to be fair, Na'Vi came into this with not much, 1 AK. They potentially leave it with 2. That's if Flamey can keep disciplined here. He doesn't need frags here, really. The FaZe money won't be affected too much. If you can bring 2 AKs in, it's going to boost yours. You potentially invested a bit too much in this particular round, so bringing another rifle to the table will certainly help things out.
CT and then thought he was going to go all the way back down to T-stairs just to make sure. The fact that they've actually locked him in, Flamey and Electronic aren't going to be able to do anything of this. If they had a caught one on the way by, maybe Flamey gets a kill. You get another gun carried over. AK certainly fine. Nico wants to try and get it out of their hands. He'll go searching. They assumed it was B. It's not, and it's now 5-2 for FaZe. So again, just running with this at this point. They did not win the pistol. Keep that in mind. The only 2 CC-sided rounds so far were the pistol and the subsequent anti-eco round. So the fact of the matter is, FaZe have 5 in a row. Maximum loss bonus for Na'Vi means Simple's naturally going to bring out the AWP.
And their AWP Guardian actually has $10,000 residual cash after the reinvestment here. With CZ as well, he's got plenty of cash for the rest of this half at this point. It's up to Simple now to make his mark on the server and show us why he's considered the best player in the world, because he's got his work cut out from his teammates with bare bones utility. Yes, they have a couple of kits, but it's not the full buy, even with 2 saved AKs. Rain working through the bedrooms here. Nico is actually in front of the CT smoke. Zeus might not be aware of it. As the Molotov comes in, needs to be very careful here. You can see the flashbang Molotov combo is quite a potent one. As well off Nico, come hunting. This could be dangerous for Na'Vi.
Zeus holding very aggressively at barrels. The up-close position is the problem. Olaf flash isn't pick it yet. He can go now because Nico's done damage. They walk over each other. Inevitably, Nico takes down Olaf. It was well intended, unfortunately not well executed, but it's pulled back to a 3-on-3 as a result. Edward will welcome that as he takes down Rain. Simple tries to fire in through the smoke and flashes himself back through to get to Ruins. No, he's not.
He's going for it.
Oh, he might. Does it reveal too much? Does it give it away? He's considering it because, yeah, he's alone on B. If he fires that shot and anyone is pushed through to CT, he's done for. So he smartly backs off and bides his time, but he still gives it a crack. He still wants more.
I don't think it's worth it at this stage. You can see his teammates really not causing much damage here at all. Adren just absolutely destroys Edward. That's going to be the cue. You can see how disappointed Simple is. He's not getting a chance to do anything at this stage because his teammates, unfortunately, they're the CT side. They're using the AUGs at the position like the barrels, and they're right-clicking the scope, and it makes a noise. Every time you click in the scope, it actually gives your position away. Olaf was behind the half wall there, listening out for it. One flash over, they take 2 of them down. Yes, they kill each other in the process, but the round was already done. He gets 2 kills like that, and a quick entrance towards the B side. The CT's got very little chance of answering back. And just to know, Simple lost the AWP right at the end there, so that's a huge pickup. And these kills happen sometimes. You'd rather kill your teammate and the CT than the CT killing both of you at the same time, right? So that's always worth it.
You'd love for it to not happen, but yeah, absolutely. It's a just cause.
It absolutely is. Round 9.
It seems like Fnatic's lost a fan, ENCE has gained a new one.
I was looking at the scoreboard, so
don't worry about it. Adren, what is he up to? He's still running around the spawn. I think they dropped him some utility and he can't find it. Either way, Olaf's already up toward Banana. It'll slow things down. They'll settle into a default off the back of that. Maybe with just the Deagle to work with. Is it better or worse for Zeus? He doesn't have the range, but he certainly could try and mow them down if they work up, and the fact that he's got the CZ. Interesting decision to leave both pistols alone on B at this point as well. You'd think that a rifle, at least one, would be there, considering it's such a tight choke point.
This round is still in contention. Na'Vi actually quite a fighting chance considering they have 3 rifles. No kits, and again, struggling utility becoming a bit of a headline here on the CT side for them. They will have 2 players positioned in towards B. It is going to be Flamey and Zeus, of course. Rain towards Boiler Room, Adren in the apartments once more. We've seen this approach a few times now, just showing a little bit towards the apartments before they head back towards B, and Molotov towards a pit, a flashbang out just to bait us some utility and deny them having so much of the retake. Right now, if all 5 players of FaZe make their way through towards B, they'll only find 2 players there, but rotations are coming through. This should be a Molotov towards the emo position, the back right. A boost player on half wall there. 30 seconds remain. They don't really have much of a say to fall back, but I say that Rain actually has full mid control, so they could go for a slight execution here, keep those 4 players locked in towards B, and then send everyone in towards the A side very quickly. It's going to come down to the timings here. You can see how much interest in the CTs there are here. You've got to assume with 15 seconds remaining, this is the final play, but it's not.
It's a brilliant maneuver. It's absolutely sold it. They've sent them all over toward B. The only one left at the side of the site is Edward, but he nearly got away with it. If he'd slid out and found the second, dropped the bomb down, that would have been it. Nico wouldn't have had time to plant. There was no way to recover.
Perfectly done by FaZe. The fact they give themselves enough time to counter for that initial pick from Edward there. They trade out the kills. Still 6 seconds remaining. Sure, that's scary, but they plant the bomb. It all comes together, and you had 4 players on the B side there. That is really quite impressive. It was so convincing. Na'Vi just didn't have the resources to think otherwise. He had 4 players there. You got Molotov, smokes, flashbangs coming in. You're going to give it a go. It was just a very well-called round there from FaZe. It's going to be 7-2 in their favor on the T side of Inferno here. Adren finding 2 kills once again, just to note that.
6-2. It grows larger yet again for FaZe. 2 AK saved. CTs have at least been getting guns carried over. The problem is that even though now we're up to such a massive wealth of the bonus, 7 rounds in a row, they can't do much with it. This time they'll get the AWPs back out, but it's every second round CT at best.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they go double, they can in this situation.
I don't think so. We'll have a look.
There's an AK down, so there's a second AK carried over, so it should be single op and an AK.
Simple 2 and 7. Zeus is 1 and 9. It's the fragging that's already falling apart at this point. Simple unable to show us what he's made of on this map, and that could cause some frustration. He might overcommit to some positions at this stage, but for now, looks towards the underpass, nothing there, and focusing towards second mid, but not as aggressive as you'd expect. Oh, no. That's more like it. Zeus will get his second frag of the game. Can he get out safely, though?
It's quite clever to follow the Molotov down as well, because Nico, he couldn't snuff the wicked time. It's immediately him gone. Zeus gets the kill. Flamey, he follows it up. Olaf's gone. A change of pace from Na'Vi, and it's over toward B. It works out brilliantly. Bomb still down, bottom T stairs. Guardian will call for Adren to rotate back over in support. The op naturally waits toward the arch side. Minute to work with. They could certainly try and counterpick this. And Guardian, we talk about it often, is the best T-sided op on Inferno. Not an easy role to have. I mean, it's not like you're presenting kills anymore. It's not often you see that mid-peak to stairs where they get there first. They've got to go aggressive, and it's exactly that. Flamey down. No rite of passage as of yet, because Simple's already on rotation, but he's considering the possibility that this is a ruse. Zeus goes back site. Simple's going to play this presumably from CT. Smoke down, though, he's going to have to rotate all the way around to the coffins.
40 seconds remain. FaZe don't have to commit to this. They're right back in this round now. Zeus will throw a flashbang. They can get in a decent position, trying to buy space and time for Simple at this stage, and he gets caught out. Can Zeus find multiple frags? It's all falling apart. This was a 5 versus 3. All of a sudden, it tips on its head, and it's now Na'Vi on the back foot. Adren, nice little off angle here. You're not going to preempt this, and he'll take down Edward. No problem whatsoever. It's electronic. Left with absolutely nothing to work with here. 1 AK, no positional control. And he'll just have to push through the smoke and hope for the best here. That is a nightmare for Na'Vi, man.
That's excruciating as well, because finally they had guns again. The op from Simple, it was on rotation, double smoke down. He's still 2 and 8. He still hasn't got anything going. FaZe are just running with Inferno. Anticlimactic so far at best, as Electronic gets rain at very least, but what's that for at this point? Consolation for what? Because they know exactly where he is. Adren's already on him. You can hear Adren, that's fine. But without, to be fair, without Flamey's pistol ace, which ultimately bailed him out of that round as well, this is a 9-0 game T-side Inferno.
5 on 3, and that's the kind of play I'm talking about with Simple. Yes, he's trying to back up his teammate there, but he goes through the smoke, and there's no flashbang down, there's no incendiary in front. He goes down to quite a relatively easy kill, and then Zeus is left isolated, who isn't performing right now, and he was unable to get more than his opening frag of the round. A double orb setup comes in. This is the Hail Mary play from Na'Vi right now. You can see Yanko preempting this. He knows something's afoot. Na'Vi are desperate at this point. They can afford 2 AWPs. Flamey has been performing well with the secondary sniper, but is it enough? Simple just doesn't look himself right now. He hasn't barely had any impact whatsoever. 2 and 8. They'll purchase up everything they can. More out of desperation than a scratch his eyes there. We'll see what they can do. Zeus should drop the AWP.
What will we do next, guys?
Does he only have the USB for this round now? Because of that, surely he has a drop waiting for him. We'll see.
It's awesome. Bet's close. Let's pull that lever again. Let's check out the
die time. They need to step up. There is an orc for him, so the buy's not too bad, all things considered. That's because the CT keeps saving AKs over and over again. Sure, they're not playing round victories, but they're giving themselves a fighting chance here. Still, it's going to be a difficult one.
This round, thank you. But again, congratulations.
Desperate times, double up for Flamey. He's going to hold it. He's going passively. He's going to fall back to a position where he can actually flash Flamey in, or at least get him out of the situation. But interestingly, he's actually going to rotate. He's not that far down Banana. It's not like they've had information, and it has been a problem for them.
Well, at least they've got strong numbers towards A now. They're not going to have a weak B and a weak A. Flamey with the AWP at least can get information, but that's designed to push him back. You can see now he might struggle and call for Zeus to rotate back through CT spawn. It's exactly what's happening here. Flamey with a nice idea though, but it is very committed. We fire off the shot. Not quite. It's going to fall back to the safety of the side for now.
Off Zeus inside of it. Doesn't want to extend beyond, but it's Olaf that's alone at this point. Trying to cause chaos, trying to lock them onto the B site. Doesn't want to leave them with the option to rotate. Zeus has read the fact that it was only a single AK firing. He's actually going to get towards CT. They give up Arch momentarily because Edward will play in conjunction with him. The smoke's still down on that side. It's not like they can really justify going through yet. Instead, it's just going to hold the mid-wall. Working with Guardian on the bomb toward the A site aggressively, but correctly. And Simple still lurks inside with the AWP. Nico around. It's Edward impressively with a UMP at that range that finds the headshot first. Opening kill. Simple's following it up. Now he's rolling as Adren drops.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Zeus
just
still
gonna
holds. There's no one over toward B.
No,
They've
it's
not
like,
fallen off of it. They haven't come up with an alternative motive in this round. It's still with 15 seconds, all or nothing on the A site. They can justify going late because they've got money rain. He's gonna go. They're gonna feel like Noah on an overcast day because the rain won't stop. He's swinging through. Simple finds one, but finally it's turned around. Simple shuts down rain, and it is 8-3.
Felt like it was going to happen again. The advantage found there for Na'Vi almost comes to a crashing halt, but they start to find some unified kills. They're going to get together and find these crossfires we're looking for on the A site. It's Simple stuck in the corner of the AWP, but finally starting to deliver now. That's much more like it. As you see him hold his position. This is a shot that really seals the deal there. Lovely work towards Rain, who is on an absolute tear. It's round 12, and Na'Vi might be on their feet at this stage. You can see what it means to Simple, as we'll have the 3 rifles and the double orbs once again.
That's the start, though. There's still a long way to go. 3 in that round. It's certainly what he needs to get motivated. And the double op once more. Flamey finds Olaf this time. A little more aggression on him than the last round, however. He seems to welcome it. In a position where Guardian can certainly see him. I wouldn't have been surprised at all if Guardian was able to locate him on the backside of the wall after the jump, but he elected to fall off the logs and threw his own aim off. He still tagged him. He's got him. He's on to 44. And he's gonna look for another angle. He's got him. Follow up. Flamey down. He was hit, but he's on to 11, Guardian, and that's good enough for Nico. He'll take it. He'll open it up, and Molotov's to clear his angle. Look inside of the sights. Take the fight. Zeus down.
So surprised with Flamey's play, but you got the opening pick. You've been tagged as well. Just fall back, maintain the advantage. It's all going to come falling apart here as Edward does what he can, but it's a 3 versus 1. Electronic couldn't be further away at this stage. He's in towards the pits on the A side of the map. They've got no chance. They had the advantage again, but overstaying their welcome there. Flamey, once he gets hit, has to get back and play off his teammate there, because you see Zeus, he is not ready to go in a 1v3 against FaZe right now. He's barely part of the fight. He's getting mowed down every time he swings out, so he needs to play with the teammate at the back of the side, but maybe feeling he's got too much responsibility and has to fight a little bit more because the teammates aren't posting the numbers they need. And that's a harsh reset for the CTs now. They'll get $1,400 per player on the side of Na'Vi. Electronic will save an AK once again, or will he? You can see Rain's going for another hunt. He's getting a ton of frags at this point. 10 for Rain so far. And it's up to Electronic. If he saves the AK, there might be something to say about the next round, but this won't be enough cash to justify a full investment. We'll see what they're left with. It goes 9-3 now. Favor of FaZe and their T side of Inferno. So it's turning into a bit of a brawl here. We're seeing a lot of aggressive peaks and some success, but that was a point Flame had to get out there before he was dropped, and Edward got 1. Wasn't enough. B side open, round done. We're taking a pause here, though.
Oh, I'm going to make it in this time, but maybe next time we're going to have a nice talk.
And they are going to take the eco.
And we could be friends.
Simple fully invest, okay. A last minute decision by him, he goes 5-7.
I see the Steve here talking, I'm like, oh, Finn, that you haven't seen you for a long time. It's like, we're really friends. 18 red, 36 red, even number from Third Con. Congratulations, and then the new betting time already fixed.
They're assuming they can just get in there for free, and knowing up against the pistols, it's likely that someone has pushed up. They can get 1 on Rain. There was an option to swing for 2 because they were looking down the hallway, but the kill to Rain now gives Dren all the access that he needs. 3 inside the hallways, presumably. How this will go. It's explosive, aggressive. First and foremost, take down Zeus.
4 bullets left in that PT-50. He has to fall back here, but Zeus does have a chance to cause a little bit of damage here, but there's the Molotov to take vision away from him. CT's focusing towards middle, but Guardian very patiently will hold the angle. Drops Flamey, and they've got a 5 versus 3. Electronic has left the B-side open, no one there whatsoever.
29 back, number from second column, and the 0 the speed regulations new betting time was in the
struggles they had in the group stage. They've rectified those, it seems, over the 3 or 4 days off. This looks excellent so far.
Good luck, good luck.
And we thought Inferno might be the 3rd map in this series. Not that it would be Dust 2, we thought Dust 2 would actually be a pick from FaZe. So this is pretty impressive by them. It's caught Na'Vi off absolutely.
Weren't ready for this, and remember they won the pistol. It's not they got a bad start.
Come on!
They had the dream start.
Now it's going to look like I'm sitting in the store.
Yes, with unfortunate circumstances, a couple of players in MP9s, but that wasn't really the catalyst to their demise here on the CT side. They will be holding on to the AK. They much have to at this point, and Electronic's going to have to drop for them going forward.
Why are we trying to get rid of
rifle to take the next round. It's a nice shot. Doesn't get them in it.
Sorry. Nah, never mind. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jacob.
So this operation's been abandoned once again. Just sit back, try and gain guns. Electronic has the AK. They won't get much more than that, unfortunately. Even that single kill doesn't yield anything because they held the bottom of the banana. Zeus tries to fire in. Rather optimistically, if I'm honest. And it's double digits T-side FaZe.
It's okay. It's very hot in here, and
remember,
no
this was
air
the lineup
at all. So
in part, obviously, Kerrigan has since departed. There recently,
cool.
and Adren's come in, but this was the international lineup that was built with one goal and one goal only, and that was to win a major, to give Nico the major, to make sure that they dominated, and then Astralis seemingly took that storyline from them, and they've fallen shy time and time again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winning numbers. You're welcome.
We said that it was Nico that really kind of stood up towards the end of Dust 2 especially. He's currently 3-8. It's his teammates who have all got 10 or 11 kills between the 4 of them, so they're stepping up. He doesn't have to do that much. He's calling a great game right now. It's this great mid-round calls with FaZe coming in. It's a great effort overall. They've got double digits, a bit more on the T-sub Inferno. That's pretty unheard of at this level. As we'll see now, the CT scramble to pick up another round, but this is a nice fast adaptation from FaZe. It's going to be throwing in a bit of a different approach as they go very, very fast towards the end of the apartment, but the CT's finally showing us they can keep up as Electronic will find his second frag of the round. It's a 4 versus 1. He goes all the way in towards B, but he'll be dropped by Flamey as well. First time we've seen the arcs really prevalent on the CT side, just based on money. Obviously, they were waiting to get the double up out. They saved the number of AKs. Finally, they worked for it. They get 4 on the boards. Back to the point as well about FaZe before even the acquisition of Olaf and Guardian.
Oh,
and they still had Ali and Kia. They're no stranger to this stage. They were the favorites against Astralis 2 years ago in this final, and they lost. It was a grueling series that went the distance, and Astralis walked away with that one as well.
Looking to prove themselves here. It was a rocky road towards the playoffs, but they're here now and looking incredibly sharp. Final round, as we get into number 15 here. CTs with the AWP once again. Simple has 6 kills, 11 deaths. Not the performance he's looking for, absolutely not, but maybe he can change things up here. He holds towards B. He'll be happy to actually stay in his position now. We saw Flamey hold the same angle before.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on. Let's get the pates. Okay. Good luck, have fun, enjoy the day. No. And while we're at it, snowball bit. Thank you.
Top down Cubby and the front of the arch, so Edward forced to fall back, as we can see on the X-ray.
Now they can get this round 10-5, win the pistol in the second. Might be a conversation to be had, but this one slips by. I'm not sure Navi will have enough to actually push forward. As Rain again has been so deadly on this T side. That AK-47 finally showing us what it's capable of. As now he looks for his second kill up against Zeus.
So congratulations, well done, well played. And
they've hatched another plan, but the first fell through because it's simple. Over toward B.
Victory.
Falls back after the first. He's alone. Slip shot Cavalieri tries to peek it again, and he will. He absolutely will. Half human, half machine, looking straight through the lens. Simple finds a round again. Navi on 5.
He wakes up in the final round there, just in time to save the day. 10-5 might seem like a scary scoreline, but they can do this now. It's enough, just about enough there on their CT side. We'll see if they can do it after this break. Do not go anywhere.
All right. All right, everybody, 115, all low numbers. Boom, yo, congratulations, everyone. Inside, outside bets, and golden bets on the golden racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got here for you to go for. So choose whichever, choose all, choose two, or choose neither. But in the meantime, betting time's over. Let's go.
So. О, тем более, видишь, побегай до матча зараз. Ну, мене дивиться зараз за сестрою. Ти можеш репетити до Захара, а потім, ну, ти скажеш...
5 and 27, 5 and 27, all red.
Там дуже теж
All red numbers, everybody. So, if you did place your bets, just relax and let's go for the next round. So for now, betting time's over, thank you.
Слева. Встаньте слева, друг, есть. И треки там слева. Понял?
Welcome to the table. Sit,
Не,
sit, 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 sit. How you doing? Alright, 2022, even in high numbers, yeah. That's what it is, so congratulations, obviously. Well done, and moving on. Alright, have fun. Make sure to place your bets though. If you want to play, you better hope you have those bets lined up. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me pack it. No my best thing. Battle me, that's a sin. I won't get a laptop, baby.
Хорошо, я добавлю. Сразу. Бачишь, перешел.
17 and 20. 17 and 20. Second home, second dozen. Yes, indeed it is. Congratulations. Congratulations, well played, well done. We're moving on. Place those bets, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Inside and outside bets, golden bets, whatever you need, whatever you got. Let's move on. Alright, as well, numbers, thank you.
10-5, FaZe start off brilliantly, I have to say, inside of the spot. Like our first semi-final of the Intel Extreme Masters here in Katowice for 2019.
Basically, yeah.
It's not necessarily the game we expected. That said, Navi's certainly shown signs of struggle. But on the CT side, winning a pistol, only getting 5 rounds total.
Fun, you know.
It's not ideal, but certainly recoverable. But the main telling first half,
I can wish you all good luck and get
either side of the time. We've got Nico, 3 kills, and Simple was right down there at 5 towards the end until he had that great showing
with
on the
this,
last round. But it's all
all.
to play for still. If Navi can pull this round together, they can certainly start thinking about getting 3 rounds on the board and then see what happens after that.
And Nico, that's a talking point. I mean, this seems to be the perceived solution to all the issues, to all of his pride, you could say. I mean, the fact that he's no longer getting kills is an issue in itself, right? If he wants to win game lead, if they think that's the answer, he still needs to perform because he is the 3rd best player of 2018. He's been on everyone's radar for so long. The fact they're winning is, yeah, absolutely, that's spectacular, but it still is cause for concern.
It's going to be the execution here. All 5 players for Navi have to go in now. Smoke towards Spawn and Coffins, but the CT's ready for that. They'll be jumping on top of the Coffins now and seeing if they can get the first kill. What a response that is. Look at the perfect smoke. That's going to cause absolute chaos here as Navi commit now.
Just waiting for it. Advancing back and forth. Wants to figure out the side they'll enter into. Baits them to Nico, but Nico gone. It's now all onto it, Dren. So proficient with the pistol, but you know who is? A man who got an ace last time. He's got 2. He's the only 2 for Navi so far, Flamey. As the bomb gets planted inside of B, Olaf's going to take the long rotation. The flank from behind. Zeus is watching it.
Okay.
It's Guardian that wants Rain to work with him so he can get in from Ruin, so he can take some of the attention away. Zeus gave up. Zeus thought he'd clear Banana. He hadn't. Olaf was in behind the wall. They're going to think that's wide open, but now they realize with the other kills, they've all turned around. Flamey's looking for double ace in the pistol. Double ace in the pistol! Both of them! 10 kills, 2 pistols, 2 rounds for Navi!
I've never seen that before. Ever. Back-to-back aces and pistol rounds. Flamey is worth his weight in gold right now. It was the only real talking point they had in the first half, as they had such a convincing pistol, and they've done it again in the second. I can't believe it. Is that enough? CTs are going to force fire in the second round. It can be a very strong approach here with the CZ. The smoke's treated like a gun round.
This is what's going to be. It's going to be 2:30.
Will crumble at all. Give it a lifeline back into this game. Molotov towards the top of B, trying to slow down the aggressive push towards that side of the map. 3 CT players waiting on the other side of the flames.
Inside, outside, best, and of course, third option.
Be very careful here, but luckily the rifles will prevail so far. Lots of damage done on the T side.
And, well, yeah, for now, no bet. Thank you.
Goes back around. He will get 1. Deagle, Zeus was low. Couldn't respond though, they weren't quite ready. Stuck inside of the cubby. Simple didn't get a return angle with the AK, and the smoke now down for Rain to fall off of things. You know who wants? Nico. He's got the up-close pistols, so switch it out. Let them bait each other in.
This is scary for Na'Vi now.
Ay,
Two players lower now. Edward down to 22. Electronic, great shot towards Nika. That might save things.
Word comes off on Olaf as well. They converted the last pistol. That looks more fancy than really it was. He just fired through and knew where he was, but it's nonetheless a kill again, so it's going to cost them a bit of money. They did survive the anti-eco in the last half as well. This time with a force buy coming out from the CTs, it could amount to more. It was 2 rounds only. This time we could look toward 3 potentially for Na'Vi, and if we do that from 5 rounds, we get to 10-8. That's a 2-round spread. It's absolutely a wide open game.
Absolutely, and it is going to be FaZe giving this round up. Rain, 2 kills in the round. The only 2 they got, you can see Edward and Simple are walking wounded right now. They can't really do much at this stage, but Rain.
I guess this is it. 12 and 14, ladies and gentlemen, even in low numbers.
With the SMG currently has problem with low HP himself. Might just want to consider saving it. Not really worth going down at least with the UMP. He can drop his Deagle, have a little bit of firepower.
Maybe a double ball is
waiting. He looks at things down to 43. He will survive. And Na'Vi, more importantly, they will as well.
Alright, no one better about
the force by a FaZe clan there. Looking so touch and go, but some nice shots from Electronic. Fall back towards A and take down the solo player waiting on the other side of the map. Na'Vi are on for 3 in a row here. So the Deagle presumably dropped. It's going to be in the hands of Nico. Rain will keep his UMP. They have a smoke as well.
Yes, that 0 and 13 are the winning numbers. 0-13, well done.
It's really not.
Well done, well played. You know,
already tagged
it
as well by a Nate.
All good. So,
doesn't have armor,
good
so
luck,
he was
good
quite a
day,
distance
and
from him,
let's
but
play.
nonetheless still put him down to 71. In the middle on the T side, and Edward will follow up the Nate. That one was a massive amount of damage. 71, I just said. That Nate just absolutely erased him.
He's gone now. But not forgotten.
I was going to say, we'll remember him. We'll keep him in our thoughts.
Edward, though, starting to warm up into this series, but here comes Nico. There's one man you don't want to start finding headshots like that. Unbelievable scene. Surely he's done at this stage. Electronic takes him down, but still a chance for a Dren here, but he's taken the 57 HP.
35.
To get the gun, importantly as well, there's a smoke down that was on that corpse. If he hadn't been able to pick up that, it would have been more dissuasive toward the B side. He would have just been able to hold off that extra little bit. The fact that they've actually fallen back off
inside, outside,
he's got the smoke.
Golden bets.
He's gone anyway.
As well, you know, go
Simple
forward.
finds him, building up yet more kills for him.
So,
He sits
I
down
say
just to
betting time is over.
11, so is starting to get his feet moving.
That's what they need.
Flamey tops the leaderboard, not surprisingly, but it's only 17, but you consider he got 10 in 2 rounds.
Yeah, good point. Olaf can still win this. It's not impossible.
They've gone directly toward him. They haven't gone back over to B where it was open, and he was well aware of it, but they cleared it systematically, all 3, and Bomb, just for the extra money, goes down in the hands of Simple, and as mentioned, we are now at that 2-round game.
They absolutely are.
Okay.
There's Nico showing us what he's capable of. Round 19, and this is a very city-sided map, so
that was a
it's
good
still
deal,
quite the advantage for FaZe. They finally will
about that.
for a decent amount of resources. A double orb set up in the hands of Nico and Guardian. There's 1 kit available, so they might get a couple rounds on the ball for their fully equipped here, but Na'Vi looking to continue their streak. Once again, more than happy to challenge it. Calling cards up Na'Vi, they'll always be at the top of Banana, nading, pushing through. Normally Zeus leading the charge, but this time it's Simple. Nade off Nico here. Push him off the angle, but doesn't do too much damage at that Molotov. Gain some access. Trying to boost it up as they do officially have Banana control. The 1 minute 30 left on the clock, so great real estate picks up.
Well. 19-25.
Yes,
it is. Let's go. Let's go for the next
What an
round.
absolute privilege it is to be in this building for all of us, for everyone.
Rock until the beat is hot, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure the place
Shot down Electronic, he'll open it up. It's Nico, the man with the pistol last time. That's gone already. And Electronic,
for the next round.
he's gonna go in.
Yeah, to that I say,
He threw smoke. I don't even think it's... Oh, Dren is aware. He's hurt him. Gets behind the pillar just enough. Not quite as the M4 finds one, but it's Zeus to return. Man, you'd love to get trades in every situation, surely. Builds him up just a bit, smoke down.
They should save at this point. I think they're going to. They still have the lead. They don't have to win this round. If a Dren gets 2, they probably go for it. But a 4 versus 3, we've got the AWP on the retake as well. There's potentially more smokes and Molotovs to come through to take the round. And it's going to be Na'Vi finding their 4th now in the second half. This would be absolutely astonishing if they can pull it right back for a 10-5 deficit on the CT side.
Right.
Guardian off and Ray into the weaponry they have, and a decent amount of kit as well. You see a lot of Meister, all the grenades. as he falls back. So the round is guaranteed at this stage. It's up to Simple just to clear out the ruins and make sure everything's taken care of.
And as well, betting time is normal.
He'll find Flamey. To drop down now, he knows he's on target for the terrorist forces. Huddle up on the bomb site here, deny any sort of access. But Na'Vi, they win the round and keep 3 players up as well. Does Edward commit to this? Will he go down? He survives. So 3 survive on either side of the equation. It's FaZe losing their lead as it goes 10-9. They do have enough to buy into this, but that could be a problem going forward. They keep
17 and 12.
these sort of situations.
Numbers red and black. Yeah. All is good. All is great.
We might have a small technical. I will say I applaud Valve. Something interesting's happened in the game. They won't be able to see it in the audience, but Olaf's left and it put bot Olaf in the game. So it's actually putting a bot in for their name now, which is kind of a cheeky little touch, but we'll get things back underway, certainly.
One thing I wanted to point out was when Simple was on the CT side there, he said in the pre-game interview, he feels like if he dies early on in the round, it's going to be very difficult for them to pick the round up in future. If he goes down early, he feels like he maybe can't take the same risk he's usually presenting at the start of each round. We're seeing like a very caged game so far. I haven't seen any unbelievable moments from him. And just punishing the opposition, showing that lack of respect. He's almost being jolted around the map. You can see FaZe came with the game plan to present lots of fakes and lots of changes at the last second with 15 seconds remaining, rotating back to the other bomb site here just to make sure that he's nothing to do with the situation. He knows he needs to be part of it when they finally commit, and he's taken his information, and it's so far so good for FaZe in that department. But Simple, 11 kills now, looking a lot stronger. We'll see if round number 20 is where he can really show us what he can do on Inferno, as Guardian has stole the show in the first half. Back on the server now, so we'll be back underway momentarily. Na'Vi 1 round away from tying this one up.
13 and 30, ladies and gentlemen. 13 and 30. There you go.
These days,
there you go.
Yeah, it certainly is. And keep in mind as well for FaZe, there used to be a bit of stubbornness within this map where Nico is bringing out a double
hey, konnichiwa, ciao,
not that he's
hello,
he's capable of
how
everything
may
in
I
any
help
situation.
you?
But unfortunately in that one, it seemed like he was almost
Name is Jacob.
being a
Call
little
me
bit too
Kebab
aggressive
if you
at times
like
with the
none,
Alpha
but
beat. It
thank you.
cost them more than it gained.
You may call me also Daddy. Daddy Kebab.
That's something to look out
Daddy.
for if he goes
or
for it, because he just gets caught off so much. He forced off the new box. If they can overwhelm him, they can certainly exploit that. French philosopher Henry, who once said, the preoccupation with possession more than anything else is what keeps us from living freely and nobly. And if he gets too preoccupied on that op, perhaps he will be prevented from living freely and nobly.
Perhaps. Time will tell, Matthew.
That's what it is. Let's go.
It's very profound thoughts. We'll see if it's going to be enough there as we get into round 20. Guardian. So for the initial grenades to come through, it's Simple hold the 2 steps for anyone to challenge it. CT's not going to be going for that initial control by looks of things. They'll hold it at the top and they're not pushing right down. Nico the M4 at this juncture. We'll see him working with Dren is going to be the new combination that's allowing them to win that side of the map. You're absolutely right. The B side of this CT half, there was always a bit of a letdown for them when the double ops came out. It felt like he couldn't perform the same level he could with the rifle.
Yeah, it seemed like stylistically he wanted to play aggressive and take repeaks as if he had a rifle, and it just
ladies and gentlemen, ding 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 ding. One double ball.
We should point out just before we get into that, FaZe are not using a single ball on their CT side right now. They've got all fours along with the AW.
Congratulations for doubling your inside bound.
Quite
Congratulations
vocal
for
from
winning.
Nico on social media that he does not like the weapon. He does not want it in the game. It's quite like Scream.
We're not
and you know what? Cool. That's fine. You may not like it, but to quote more philosophy and quote Darwin, it's not the strongest nor the smartest who survives. It's those who adapt. And if you can't adapt to it, you're just not going to survive at this level. So bring out the AUG might be the answer. We'll see if that's what haunts them within one. This great start they've had, slowly falling away, and Simple on the repeat from the half wall. He's going to find Nico through the smoke. Again, aggressive. Rain's forced out. Remember, they already found a Dren on this side, but Rain, he knows exactly how smoke clouds work. He fires through them always, and he gets 2 kills. Edward, he will at least get 1 back, but Flamey's cut off, and they know he's alone in the site now. Alone? But aggressive, and look how relaxed he is. Yeah, right. I know you're coming. Let's see who wins the fight. He's got to hold the angle. He's got to wait for them to go. And if they try and trade this together, it is an op for Guardian. That could certainly be a problem for them. It's not going to be. Olaf gets it instead.
Let's get this
finally, the first round on the board then for FaZe in a
CT
campaign. it comes down to the 2 versus 1, but they handle it very well indeed. Edward maybe had to be a little bit more dramatic there in his hold. It was in common position. Olofmeister comes in and pre-fires him there. You're right though, if Olof did go down, the trade of the orb was going to be very difficult, but they stuck together. I'm sure Guardian could have handled that as they get into round number 21. It's 11-9 overall. This time in favor of FaZe. That would have been 10-10. There's Rain though. He's put on such a show. Really impressive performance.
That's pretty much what it is.
Finish to 2018 for him.
Good today. Good to go.
On his feet now for sure. AK's out of full force for Narcissus Vincere.
We're gonna go for another round.
Win 4 rounds in a row on the T side.
Hopefully.
They're comfortable for a couple more.
Yeah, all go
Molotov, one thrown.
All right.
From either side, they've passed each other in the air. Oh no, they're going to push through with Dread. Great timing. That's a change of play. You want to talk about the B side? Sure. You can talk about the fact that Kerrigan was there with Nico. Now you've got a Dren. That's a change in itself. And sure, you could argue who's got more firepower. I'd probably lean toward a Dren. Lean toward Kerrigan naturally for tactics, but it's just even changing a person. If they're the same in every way, they're going to be slightly different in the positioning.
19, pretty close, but not close enough.
That could be enough to catch teams off. Rain falls off the box. He has to. Vision. Radiant has not. He's not lost his nerve either. Inside the sight, tight position behind the boxes, and he's going to look for it again. Nearly so hyper-focused that he shot toward his teammate, but it's Olaf that stands tall inside of the pit 2 to find. Bomb down on the balcony, and really nothing to do for Electronic. So FaZe regaining the ground. Starting to get the momentum sailing on the CT side as well as they get to 12.
Na'Vi changing the pace completely for round number 21 there. This time focusing their efforts towards the A side. See the smokes down.
That was a nice
not
one.
Completely though. Looks like they're missing a smoke grenade towards that pit position. Either we're just focusing towards a broken wall position, but Olofmeister either way had a shooting gallery at that stage. Na'Vi were hoping maybe 3 players went towards the B side of the map. They could get towards A very quickly and just completely shut down the economy of FaZe at the reset. It doesn't happen. Now they are going to buy into this round, but it's certainly going to be compromises. Take the tactical timeout.
You gotta play those bets and you gotta hope for
this game.
okay?
Best of 3, remember. The first map, though.
It's not in my power, okay?
We thought it was FaZe running away with this, but not me. Inferno is still very strong indeed on the T side. With both pistols, back-to-back aces from Flamey and pistol rounds. I don't think I've ever casted that in my life. I've never seen it before.
I don't. I've seen back-to-back aces and back-to-back rounds, but not in 2 pistols specifically. Exactly. That's insane, to be honest. Like, especially because it's not like he had the USB on for all 5 on the other side. He started with a clock.
222. Yep. There you go.
Unreal. They end up losing this game, and that's.
If you did succeed, good for you.
The start they had on either half.
If you didn't, well, place a bet.
Still, Flamey very
start to
impressive
succeed,
stuff.
I guess. Inside, outside bets, everybody.
As we mentioned, commonly found towards the bottom of Banana.
As you know, time to play.
Boosted on the pallets. First kill, not gonna get it.
And well, betting time number. Thank you.
This is a huge, huge round here. Not only will FaZe find the 13th round, they'll shut down the money as Zeus starts to burn. He's on 14 HP. He's going down for sure. He somehow sneaks away. 1 bullet would have dropped him there, but he does survive for now. Look at the CZ. Settle 5 on 5.
Flash. Nico off the angle.
Well. If you look close enough, you'll see it's 17-31. All black number. Congratulations. Congratulations, and we are moving on. We are moving on, and we are winning, of course. No other way to put it. Golden bets on the golden red track, ladies and gentlemen. Lower left corner. Yeah, that's right.
Edward very vocal.
And well, good luck.
Timings, it seems. Going to work off of him. He wants